Episode 994 of No BS Job Search Advice Radio. This is your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. You know, when I recorded this, I was hysterical. I calmed down a lot at the time that I started the recording because I'd spent a half hour just laughing over what this person had done. I thought was so ridiculous and so stupid. I'll just simply say a stupid resume mistake proves so costly so often. I have a series actually on YouTube about this, and this was actually derived from it. Hope you find the show helpful. Please give it 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. I should say, please give the show 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It helps other people discover it. And by the way, did you notice that number at the beginning? 994. This is uncharted territory for job search podcasts. No other show has hit this number. And next week, we go into 1,000. So I'll just say, hope you find it helpful. Connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Also, if you'd like more, I've got courses on Skillshare. 3 of them are there right now. More are going to be coming soon. If you're a Skillshare subscriber, take my courses. One is about preparing for interviews. Another one is about questions that you should know how to answer, and the third one is about starting your new job. So hope you find those helpful as well. And now let's get going. And I'm laughing because I just read or tried to read a resume and it was completely unreadable. Why? Well, I know how to change a font. So I'll start by saying, the resume was delivered to me in 6-point font, and it was unchangeable. The person had created a file that was in 6-point font, where I could read it with a magnifying glass on my screen, but the document was unchangeable. Are you kidding me? I don't care what your age is. 6-point font is abusive. And they created this lovely embellishment around it with the ability to email them. And why bother? The key thing is about what you do, not about whether I can email you. I know how to hit reply. You don't have to put on a Gmail envelope on top of your document so I can send it from my personal Gmail account, which I'm never going to do. So I'm just going to tell you, don't be a jerk. Make sure your resume is readable, not just by me, but by machines. Because again, if you're mailing out resumes, I'm assuming that you're sending them to applicant tracking systems, even though you shouldn't be doing that. And in doing so, you want them to be a size and a font format that's easily readable by the ATS. So go for at least 10, preferably 12-point font. Stick with traditional fonts like Arial, Calibri, Verdana. I'm not a big fan of that personally, but so be it. Times New Roman, bland and boring. But go for traditional fonts, and what you'll find is you're going to get more responses, because you know what I did with that resume? Delete, and rightly so. This person showed no consideration for the reader. I want to read her resume. I really do, because if I help her find a job, I'm going to earn a large commission. Yet, this was impossible. I'm not going to waste my time. So I'm going to caution you folks, don't be abusive to recruiters. Don't be abusive to sourcers or screeners. Give people something in a size that they can read and allow them to be able to adapt the font to their preferences as well. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to say that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, look at the tabs on the top and you'll see a menu of choices for you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique. interview preparation, helping you with a salary negotiation, answering your question, advising you about a decision you have to make about job offers. That's all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end. It's in half-hour increments, so it doesn't take a lot of time in each session, and that's another way you can do it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing with folks who like the show and are interested in my help. Lastly, I also want to mention I've got a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it seems like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I have curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that'll help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, hope you have a great day. Take care.